If there's one device that everybody's attached to, it's their cell phone. And if your cell phone goes everywhere you do, to the point you feel naked without it, wouldn't it be ideal to consume retro games on your phone? At the very least, it would be the most cost-effective way to get into retro gaming since you probably already own one. And don't get me wrong, I love all of my retro systems, however, tariffs are making it damn near impossible. Everything's going up in price each day, and the other day I had my eye on an Anbernic RG406H. I absolutely love the way that device looks, but when I looked at how much it costs after these tariffs, I just couldn't justify it. It just doesn't make any sense. However, I can totally justify spending less than $25 on this tiny controller. This controller might very well be the best purchase I've made this year thus far. When pairing this controller to the Delta app, it turned my iPhone into an amazing retro gaming streaming device. Like, I can stream this thing to my TV, kick back on my couch, and play Pokemon. And I totally get it. You can use an Xbox controller, and I have tons of controllers I can do the same thing, but the point is, its size. It's so small, it can fit in my back pocket, and I would forget that it's even there, which makes it extremely portable and convenient. And I think that's the key here, is the convenience of this thing. It's $25, and suddenly I can use my iPad, set it up as a TV, and play Pokemon or any GBA game or SNES game, and it suddenly gives me that console-like experience. So apart from the tiny form factor, as it's smaller than most car key fobs or even an AirPod case, it's super lightweight and it can fit easily in my go bag. The multi-platform support is also a plus. It's compatible with iOS, iPadOS, Android, Windows, macOS, Raspberry Pi, and it even supports the Nintendo Switch via HID mode. It has Bluetooth 4.0 with instant pairing, and it's super easy to pair, and there's no app needed for iOS. Delta just recognizes it immediately, and that was where I felt like this thing shined, because I was worried I would have to set this up and create custom keys, but no, I just connected it and I started playing. The retro-focused button layout is also really cool because it's a D-pad with 4 face buttons, the A, B, X, Y that we're all used to. It has an L and R button and an L2 and R2 button, a start and select button. However, there isn't any analog sticks, and again, if you want analog sticks, you can just use another controller you have, but this is perfect for 8-bit and 16-bit consoles. It has a rechargeable battery through its USB-C charging port, and you can get up to 10 hours of battery life on a single charge. There is programmable modes. If you download the 8-bit Do app, you can custom key map, and this is available on Windows and Android and iOS. And some other notable features is it's firmware upgradable. It has an LED indicator for connection and battery status, and this is the most amazing thing, it's ultra low latency, especially on iOS devices. This controller was clearly designed with classic gaming in mind, so think Game Boy Advance, SNES, NES, Genesis. That's the ideal companion for a controller like this. And here's a side-by-side comparison against another controller I have, just to give you an idea of how tiny this thing is. This controller actually got me to play more games using my iPhone. Before getting this controller, I would just look at the Delta app as a last case scenario to get some game time in. But one thing that I've learned is Delta actually makes cloud saves so much more convenient. I can play games on my iPhone and then take my iPad and play it on there, and who knows, maybe one day Delta might be able to have an app on, say, some Linux-based systems where cloud gaming is also available, because that's one of the biggest drawbacks about a lot of the systems that I have, is I would start my progress on one console and then I would have to actually transfer the files from the SD card. And granted, I know there's also other programs out there that alleviate the whole cloud saving thing, but it's a little too complicated and I'm not patient enough to get that whole thing set up. I really like how Delta app just allows you to link your Google account, for instance, and it does all of the heavy lifting for you. So who knows, maybe one day Delta will be the next RetroArch. I don't know, but Delta definitely has a bright future ahead of itself. So if this is something you're interested in, definitely check out the 8-bit Do Micro as it's on sale as of now. Another thing I've noticed is 95% of you are still not subscribed yet. So if you feel like this type of content brings any kind of value in your life, definitely hit that subscribe button. It's absolutely free, doesn't cost you a thing, and it's going to help this channel continue to grow. And another note is I'm curious to hear what you guys think of this new frame rate I'm using. Before I would use the standard 24 frames a second, but I thought this type of content might actually benefit with a smoother 60 frames per second. So if you've noticed that it looks different or it feels different, definitely let me know if you guys prefer this or the old way I've been filming. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know, after watching this video, are you thinking or even considering getting a small little controller like this? I know, I'm definitely glad I made the purchase, as everything else is getting super expensive, and I don't know how many they actually have in store because I heard 8BitDo, they are no longer shipping to the US because of these awesome tariffs. Alright, well, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Like always, I will see you in the next one.